Hello, my name is Jonessa Barlow, and I'm going to tell you my story. Beginning with my backstory, basically I grew up in a two-parent home with both my mother and father in the home until I was the age of 15, which actually in my neighborhood was a really big deal. So we did all the things I guess families do. We took vacations and we would have family night and we would get together, my dad, mom, and my sisters and I, and we would have dance contests and things like that and, visit other family and friends. So family was a big thing for us. And so at the age of 15, my parents got a divorce, which was devastating to all of us, but I think I probably took it the hardest. And in that process, I ended up just kind of being a little rebellious, not doing my best in school. I was, running the streets, getting connected to all the wrong people for all the wrong reasons and things like that. And so during that process, I ended up being a teenage mom. I got pregnant at the age of 15, and then I had my son at the age of 16. So, of course, my mom and dad were both very disappointed, but my mother finally found the grace to forgive me, and I moved back into her home, and then at that point, I gave my life to Christ. And so for a while, things were okay, but for some reason, somewhere in there, I just couldn't find my footing in the new place. We lived in Oberlin, Ohio at this time, and I just couldn't find my footing. And so, of course, trouble was always, available, and I subscribed. So, at that point during high school, I just was rebellious. I went out and did my own thing. I quit school and things of that nature. So I was quite an angry young lady, and it's so funny because even in my anger, I was just determined to do what I want to do. And I'm saying that to say that this is my inner layer. We're moving now into my inner layer, which is what I think is my inner layer is compassion. I have compassion for people. I'm determined. Sometimes, back in the old days, I was determined to do the wrong things. But I thank God for His deliverance, and here in this new place, I'm determined to do the right things. And God has redeemed my life. I've always wanted to go to college. I always knew I would, but I didn't. As a matter of fact, I quit high school, like I said, in the 11th grade. So at that point, I really didn't think college was an option for me. And so, life goes on. But again, I said my inner layer, it inside of who I am is compassion, it's determination, it is love and loyalty. That's another one of my qualities, or my inner layer, is that I am loyal. If I am your friend, I am your friend. And I am your friend for life or until God says otherwise. So that's kind of what my inner qualities are. Now, my obstacles that I faced was, of course, the teenage pregnancy. Being pregnant at the age of 15. Of course, not of course, but there was the young man who was the father of my son, denied it, didn't want to have anything to do with us. So my son grew up without his father. I left the church. Those were obstacles. And basically just rebellion. I just rebelled everywhere. And I didn't understand until this point in my life what was going on with me. But those were some of the obstacles that I faced. And so my outer layer, it shows in my outer layer, I think, that I'm very forgiving. There's not much a person can do to me, and I don't forgive, because I just think forgiveness is so important. And I found that through Christ, because I've rededicated my life to Christ, and so His mercy is just forever. And so He says that we have to love our neighbor like we love ourselves. And so that's kind of what I go by. And people say, you're so nice and you're so friendly. Sometimes, to the point where people are like, why are you so nice and friendly? But it's just who I am. And I understand what it means to be rejected and what it means to be, to devalue self. So I have a heart for those people, especially women. So that's what my outer layer is. My unique value proposition, I would say, is grace. It's just grace. I know how to give grace because I've received grace. I receive it every single day. And so that's my big thing, is that people just understand there's grace out there for you. And, you know, that's what I want to pour into people, is grace, love, mercy. That's what was poured into me, and that's what has delivered me. And so that's what I want to do. And so if I had to name my story would be called Oh for Grace. My name is Jonessa Barlow. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I thank you. You all have a blessed holiday season. Thanks. Bye.